I have a special place in my heart for the weird, forgotten little misfits of comic book media. Growing up watching CW DC projects got me really used to going, oh okay, yeah, I see what they were trying to do here, I guess. So I want to start covering more of these diamonds or pieces of trash in the rough. The good, the bad, that about covers it. Actually, most things are either good or bad. And we're starting this new era of the age of don't cares with
Super Pets, rated PG, now played only in theaters.
DC League of Super Pets was Warner Brothers' attempt to conjure a runaway success kids movie by using the powers of mid-tier CG animation. This is my super pet, Riza, and she has the power to be a perfect little princess. Super Pets was released in 2022 and was born of a very particular time of the DC universe.
If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
Changing the power structure of the DC universe was not enough for Mr. The Johnson. He had to change the tier zoo too. League of Super Pets stars The Rock as Crypto, Kevin Hart as Ace, and had all the marketing that those two forebode. Kids costumes, Fisher-Price toys, pet toys, leashes, collars, shovelware games, drink tumblers, toddler bedding, so you can get drunk and put the little shit to sleep all on brand, and Happy Meals to soak up the hangover tomorrow morning. And you have not thought about this movie one time since 2022. Let's get into the movie. Now, this isn't one I'm gonna critique on like a broader thematic level or anything like that. This isn't even a funny family movie. This is a children's movie. This is like Minion tier. Now, about 75% of how much I like CG animated movies these days is how insanely good they look. I love watching the new Toy Story and feeling like a cave person seeing Jurassic Park for the first time. This movie, however, is quite ugly. Crypto looks fine, he just looks like a dog. Ace also looks like a dog, but just a little uglier. The rest of the pets, who we'll get into, look fine too. The squirrel kind of annoys me to look at, but the humans are hideous.
You are horrifying to look at.
The Flash looks like a nerd, Cyborg looks like the Michelin Man, Batman looks like he was stuffed into a sausage casing, I want to lick Texas Roadhouse butter off Wonder Woman's muscles, Superman looks fine, and the rest of them are there too. Lois also just looks very strange. I think her and Clark actually have a cute relationship in this movie, but I feel like there's something wrong with Lois. Like, no one else looks like this. And I don't like that Lex Luthor looks like Big Justice.
We bring the boom!
I usually hate, like, big celebrity voice casting. When I see an animated movie trailer cut to the real live celebrities in the voice prison, I make a mental note to not even waste my AMC Stubs A-list membership on it. But here, I think The Rock actually works for this version of Crypto, an insane narcissist who needs to be the most important part of Superman's life. Also, side note, Superman's parents, like, really want Crypto to die with them on Krypton. No, please, Crypto, you have to explode with us. Kevin Hart is totally fine in this role. He's as funny as this very C-tier script will let him be, and he makes his emotional moments work. This is my other super pet, Maka. She has the power to be a horrific demon. Say something for her, Maka. Okay. DC League of Super Pets is about Crypto meeting Ace and his band of fellow shelter animals on their quest to save Superman and the Justice League from Lulu, a super-powered guinea pig inspired by Lex Luthor to do evil. Crypto must inspire Ace and his band of newly super-powered pet friends to be superheroes and save the day. If a dog had only one superpower, it would probably be best if it was time travel, because then he could go back in time and maul baby Hitler to death. Now, this whole premise is actually one of the biggest issues with the movie, which is always a good sign. Because we have to meet Ace and his friends, get them their powers. The pig gets size changing, the tortoise gets super speed, Ace is invulnerable, and the squirrel has electricity powers. Then they meet Crypto, and then they have to all decide to save the League, and this just takes way too long to work as a kids movie, especially in 2026. Crypto and Ace do not actually team up until 40 minutes in, and while the movie is fine up until that point, the kids have checked out. They are playing Roblox and doing actual methamphetamines. We also have to meet the other pets, name the pig, I'll fix that later, who's a Wonder Woman fangirl, the hyperactive squirrel, and the geriatric tortoise. And Lulu, a guinea pig who was kicked out of LexCorp's animal testing division after Crypto broke open the facility and ended up at the animal shelter. So now, Lulu is trying to get a piece of orange kryptonite asteroid, which Lex has tracked to Earth and plans to kill the League and win the favor of her colleague, kidnapping Superman and even drugging Crypto with kryptonite cheese. This movie is just over 2 hours, which is unacceptable, and a fair amount of that special bonus time is because we have to set up this animal shelter pet store place and how Lulu got there. I have a crazy idea. What if they were just the Justice League's pets? Can I be the CEO of Warner Brothers now? Okay, we're doing a small remodeling project on this plot. Crypto can just stay as Crypto, and he's fine. I actually think Crypto's pretty funny in this movie. Even though Ace's backstory in this movie is really cute and tragic, I just wish he was Ace the Bat Hound. And I think it would be funny if he was like the straight man against Crypto being a weird freak. Like he has had like a normal good relationship with Batman. Wonder Woman already has a pet kangaroo named Jumpa, so just get him in here. I think it'd be funny if he was like a real tough guy voiced by like Clancy Brown. The brains of this team can be Topo, Aquaman's octopus friend, even though pet is gonna be a little offensive here. And then we can just make up some pets for the rest of the League. Now, okay, for Green Lantern, Jessica Cruz in this movie, they were clearly trying to do a chip thing. That's the Green Lantern who's a squirrel. In this movie, I think they should have just had Chip be a fellow Green Lantern who's on Earth with Sojourner Mullane for some reason. Oh yeah, also it's Sojourner because she's my favorite Green Lantern. Sojourner Supremacy. And then I actually do like the idea of the Flash having a tortoise. If you walk a dog with super speed, it makes me feel like you're going, here, damn. And I think the idea of Flash having to intentionally slow down a lot to take care of his animal is really cute. And maybe it ends up on the cosmic treadmill and gets residual speed force, I don't know. And finally, Cyborg seems like a cat guy to me, and I could so see him making like an awesome Iron Man suit for his cat. In this movie, he just gets like 2 of the evil guinea pigs at the end. All these super pets team up at the end of the first act after the Justice League is kidnapped by Lex's guinea pig early on, learn to work together, save them, and team up with the League to defeat Lex and Lulu. Okay, and basically that's my idea to both make the movie shorter and more in line with what I felt like the premise was gonna be going into it. But back to reality. I really enjoyed the big title cards that introduced the members of the Justice League. I thought all of the scenes of them fighting together were really fun. Both of them. The intro one has good moments to introduce all the League, and I especially like some of the stuff at the end that is really best done in animation, like the Flash's speed. Even if he does look like the guy from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. There actually is some humor in this movie that really works. Either that or I'm doing the comedy equivalent of the SpongeBob roller coaster thing, but I'm pretty sure it's the first one. Crypto hallucinates killing Lois Lane, Keanu Reeves as Batman is pretty funny, and the news headlines were hilarious. Some of my favorites were Wealthy Person Actually Goes to Jail when Lex gets arrested, and Fastest Man Alive, Now Just Man Who's Alive when the Flash is captured. Oh, also at one point, Cyborg refers to Crypto as
Superman's dog he makes out with.
And that made me laugh really hard. My videos are usually longer than this. Okay, we're gonna rank these super pets by how good they would be to eat. On the bottom, we have Crypto and Ace. Dogs just do not taste good. Believe me, I've tried every which way. Shooting up pretty quickly here, we have the Turtle. Turtle is used in a lot of soups, but I feel like this one being so old could affect the taste. Okay, we're gonna rank the other pets I want in this movie too. Jumpo wouldn't be great since kangaroo meat is pretty gamey, but could be good jerky. The squirrel is next. I would trust an Appalachian to make a good soup or some fried squirrel with him, whether it's the Super Pets version or Chip the Green Lantern. Lulu the guinea pig is next, since guinea pig is a delicacy in South America and pretty tasty from what I've heard, though I do worry about the effect of supervillain testing on her taste. Topo comes in at number 2. I love calamari a lot, and it's really hard to get good calamari where I live, so I started drooling a little while I wrote this. And number 1 is obviously PB, the pig. I would get her to get as massive as possible and then drive my car full speed into her temple like a cattle gun. I think that writing these scripts before lunch is starting to affect me. DC League of Super Pets is totally fine for a kids movie. If you have some younger siblings or nieces, nephews, cousins, just a kid you find and they like DC, show it to them. But besides that, unless you're gonna make like a small YouTube video about it, I think you can skip this movie. If you're gonna watch an animated kids movie, I'd go watch like a Ghibli movie or something. Those are really good. And they're all on HBO Max actually, the same thing this is on. So I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.